Hey folks, Micah McGee here. In today's video, we're going to talk about a question that I've received quite a few times, and I mean quite a few times. The question is this: can you reuse the salt after you cure your bacon? The answer I've always given is yes, but at the end of the season, you need to dispose of it because it's got the moisture in it from all that fall, all the hams, bacons, and whatever else that you cured, shoulders, etc. And so the salt is not bad, but it will harden like a rock if I just let it sit in a salt box or in an ice chest or whatever you use. It will harden like a rock. Disposal at that point is a little more difficult than it is now, but we're not going to necessarily dispose of this. We're going to use it. One way we like to use it is in the destruction of harmful plants. In our pasture, we have Texas thistles. What's a Texas thistle? It is a weed with an attitude. Even the cows don't eat it, and they don't eat grass that's growing up into it either. So in order to stop it from spreading, you have to kill it. Simply mowing it won't do it. Last year I went out and I chopped some in a half-hearted attempt, and I knew I was just trying to stop the seed heads that were on at that point. There's literally hundreds of thousands of seeds. But they grew right back. Now, what I'm fixing to show you, I've done tried and true. I stopped them in their tracks. This is no novice situation. I'm showing you what I actually know. I was taught this. I didn't come up with this on my own. So I'm going to start moving it over into this bucket because it's a lot easier to carry a bucket than it is to carry a pan. You'll notice I'm using a minnow dip net. That was one thing that we did with this salt, was we cured minnows. And that is going to be coming up in an upcoming video. You're going to be seeing how the fishing went after we cured the minnows. But I can assure you, you would not want to cure bacon after curing minnows and or skipjack herring, a very fishy product. So that's something you do at the end of the season before you throw your salt out. And if you have Texas thistles, you don't want to just throw the salt out. You want to use the salt for your advantage. So let's get out here and get with it. All right, this here is a definite example of a Texas thistle. These things are absolutely brutal. If you were to fall in there, you would cry, and I don't care who you are, you would cry. It's bad enough the cows don't even want to touch it, and that's saying something. So here I'll show you, this thing has quite a few different stalks because this is a very robust little area. Once we cut it off, it's not going to produce blooms. Now the blooms are already starting to formulate inside there. This has got to be done ASAP. Look at that. Now, I have seen a milk cow eat on these after they dried up. Once they wilted down and the thorns are not so bad anymore, that's when I've seen a milk cow actually eat some. Okay, I've got it cut down and I've got that, basically that stump. Those roots are exposed. I'm going to cut a little more off and get it down in because I got a feeling the cows are going to try to lick this salt off here, even if it is fishy. And I want that salt to get down in these gravels and this dirt so that they can't get it all. Because you see how curious they are? They're very curious. I don't mind you being curious, but now listen. We've got a job to do. She thinks that salt tastes pretty good. Here, you want to try some fish salt? Is that something you want? Maybe they don't like it. I hope they don't, because I don't need them eating up my salt off of my weeds here. That was a big one, but don't let a little one fool you. We got all kinds of little ones here in here. This size right here. These are just as bad because these will make the big ones. So take you a little old bit of salt and just put right in there on that. And it's easy to do if you're not making a video and you don't have cows all around you trying to eat you alive. It's not that hard to do, just to ease around here and cut, basically chop it and drop it. That's all you got to do. All right, that's enough. You can go now. You can go now. You go back over to your daddy. Get over to your bull. Get over to your bull. Get. So I'm gonna just do some more right quick and we'll be getting this job done in a hurry. And naturally, we're going to have a power line check right here while we're working under him. Nice. He's making his circle already. Let's see if we can't zoom in a little bit. Yes, sir. Come on in here and check us out, boys. We're keeping your power lines clean from weeds, baby. They do that about once a month or two. Check his power lines out. And I know he's going down to the end of this line, and he'll be back here in like 2 minutes. It don't take him no time to go to the end of that line. It's about 5 miles away. And then he'll be back and he'll head down this other way. Look at him go. And he's coming back already. We'll get a close look at that boy this time. Of course, he would go right in the sun. And now he's going to head out that line. It's cheaper for them to hire a helicopter pilot and fuel a helicopter than it is to drive it. There's the lines he's checking right there. They're heading out that way. We've only got about 1,000 more to go, but it's all right here in this swath right here. Pretty much our pasture's good. We may have a patch of them in the back corner I should check out, but most of them is right here. And the thing about it is, if we don't get it in check now, it won't be long. It won't be just right here, because them seeds blow. If they're shedding on a day when the wind's blowing, I mean, we'll be dispersing them all over the neighborhood. And all of the neighbors will be unhappy with us. So we're gonna get in here and chop these babies and get them killed. Killed. Is it a fun job, Caleb? Huh? 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 Not really, but kind of. Gotta be funner than fishing. What's the matter, little girl? That's what I thought. You don't need to be eating that old fishy salt and you get a briar stuck in your throat. Uh-huh, that's what I thought. You want to tell the rest of the people what you're saying? That's what I thought. Leave it alone, you nosy little heifer. You got a whole field full of grass to eat. Get out of here. My goodness. She's trying to lick up every bit of that salt we put in the ground. Well, we ain't gonna be out here to guard it all day, so they're just gonna have to do what they do. If the thistles come back, we'll know they ate it all, but she may spend the rest of her day coughing.
Cows are some of the nosiest little things you've ever seen in your life.
But that's one reason I'm stomping it, trying to get it down in the rocks and dirt so that they can't be too terribly successful. You might ask why we don't just dig them by the root and be done with it. Problem is, they don't dig by the root too good. It's a whole lot more work, and if you break a piece of root off down in there, you've done nothing. It'll come right back. This here is a sure kill if the silly cows don't lick it off. Alright, I'm gonna finish the video out with this weed right here. He's got like 4 or 5 different roots, sets of roots, but they're all in one location. And I can just get them all salted in one fell swoop. Alright. So, if you have a problem with Texas thistles, this is exactly what I recommend doing, because getting out with a bunch of pesticides is going to not help the environment, it's not going to help your health, and it ain't really going to kill the weeds that good. A lot of times you spray, they come back anyway. They die, yeah, but they come back. This here, it's school out. They are not coming back. They ain't coming back. So anyway, they get offended and they don't come back, and that's what we want. We don't care to offend the little rascals. But that's all we've got for you today. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.